This is Ray Salemi with a quick video on creating formative assessment quizzes using Gemini. First thing you have to know if you want to use Gemini for formative assessment quizzes is that you have to go into Google Classroom and click on Gemini. This will give you the Google AI Tools for Educators screen rather than the generic Gemini screen. And like Magic School, it has all these different apps. We're going to select Generate a Quiz. Now, if you want to generate a quick quiz, let's say we want to generate a quiz where third graders are going to get 5 questions about mammals. So we tell it that, and it comes up with learning objectives. They'll be able to identify 3 common characteristics shared by mammals, examples of 4 different kinds of mammals, classified as land, water, air dwelling, compare and contrast mammals, basic stages of mammal life, and let's not do these pictures. So that's going to be our objectives for this quiz, and we're going to say multiple choice and true false because we want to just quickly gather some data. So the computer is going to do the grading first, so we need just multiple choice and true false. We generate the questions. And now we have to review the questions because Gemini will often get things wrong. Sometimes it answers its own question wrong, even when it has the right answer in the options. And sometimes the question's not really appropriate for the age group we want, or doesn't cover the topic we want. In this case, we do a quick the following characteristic of most mammals share: warm-blooded. Largest mammal in the world is a blue whale. It's a water-dwelling mammal, true. So those all are correct. But let's say I don't particularly like this first question, because all mammals are warm-blooded, I believe. So let's say question 1 is vague. All mammals warm-blooded. And it says, comes back and it says, what's that most mammals share? They have fur or hair. I guess that's pretty much true. And the rest of the questions are the same. So we say, okay, that's our quiz. We want to give that quiz. Now we're going to export this quiz, and we're going to export it to a form. You may want to click on this Add to Class in Google Classroom, but it's better to export to a form because you have some more flexibility as to what you do with it. So we're going to take our quiz and export it to a form. It does in fact take up to a minute, but it goes out there. And the reason is that for some reason Gemini will take your last prompt and make it the title of things. So we're going to say here is the mammal assessment. And I'm going to call it mammal assessment here. And then I double check, right, that the answers are correct. They have fur or hair. So let's just double check that this thing has picked the correct stuff, which it has. Okay, that's great. And we have our 5 questions. Now under responses and settings, settings, we want to check something. But down here, under responses, it says limit to 1 response is turned off. If you have that turned off, then Google will not automatically grade the quiz because the student may answer multiple times and it won't know which one to choose. So you just turn that on so that we can get our quiz graded automatically. And now we have our form all set, and we can go into Google Classroom and create our quiz. So we go back to Google Classroom. We can just leave this now. We already saved our stuff. Let's go into this Nils Classroom, classwork, create a quiz assignment. And the quiz assignment, this is the mammal assessment. Notice it comes with a blank quiz. We don't want that. We delete it. And then we go into Drive, find our mammal assessment, add it, and now we are ready to give this assessment to the students. So when you click Assign, it will assign it to the students, and we'll be able to quickly see who knows what about mammal assessment. There we go. Now when we do nils, I'll have this ready. Another thing I could do with that same form is I could say create assignment and do practice sets. Practice sets don't get graded. They allow you to just let the student practice. Delete the first question here, call it mammal practice, and now import the quiz that way, the form that way. And now this is set up as the practice tool. Notice that sometimes Gemini will use Markdown to format things. So sometimes you have to go in and say get rid of the stars and whatnot. Just do a quick look. All looks good. And then if a student were to do this practice, it would look like this. So now they get to pick and get told whether or not they got it right, but they can try again. And that is how practice works. So you can either do quizzes, and when you do the quizzes, you can import the grades, or practice sets. And that is how to create both quizzes and practice sets using Gemini.